Welcome back to Tightlining Maryland. I am out on a small little trib of the Gunpowder, and I'm excited to chase some wild browns. I think that you know, there's definitely something in the cards here to be able to pick up a couple fish that go above double digits on a tiny little stream. I mean, we're talking it's only 5 to maybe 8 feet wide. There aren't a ton of pools in it, but there are good fish in it, a good number of wild brown trout, and typically some of the most gorgeous fish that you're gonna lay eyes on. So I'm excited to see if I can get some on nymphs. I'm gonna try probably primarily and predominantly George's Killer fly, which is right here. It's a simple little pattern. It really kind of shines in the water and does a lot of fast twitch movements for fish just to aggressively strike on. It's got, I believe, a wood duck feather on it, and you know, I've definitely had some production on some other small streams, so I'm excited to give that a shot today on film. So thank you as always for tuning back in. I really appreciate all the support everybody's been giving to the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe in that bottom corner, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get out on the stream. On a little bit better small streamer. It's a George's Killer fly, and I got it from my buddy Scott, PA Woods and Water. He had a good number of them and was willing to share them with me, but these things do a lot of damage in tiny little streams on the dead drift as well as against the current. So I'm gonna throw that and see if some of these brownies decide that they're gonna maybe eat it, because the sculpin just looks like right now it's a little too big. So I want to give them a smaller presentation to see if that helps them to finish up the feed. So we'll see. There we go. Oh no! I lost my net. Now I gotta get this guy back in and go find my net. See you, Brownie. Update. Found the net. Lost the cap. That's why I fell out of the holster that's back there somewhere. That would have been awful. So I guess I'll reach out to Catch Cam and see if they can't send me another cap. We'll see. I'm just glad I didn't lose the net and it was right there for me. So back to fishing. We're up to 1. So I just picked up a brown here in the laydown, swinging George's Killer fly into the run. Gotta get him into net. I think this one I actually will. Nah, probably should, but I won't. But nice fish. Gorgeous. Colors are great. So had himself a helping of the George's Killer fly. Man, look at that. Doesn't get much better. You got to take a picture of that. Wish I'd had that on film. All right, let's get this guy back in. Gorgeous little wild brownie, probably about 10 inches. There he goes, back into his hole. Nice slow dungeon where he was hanging out before. So great opportunity at a nice fish. Another beautiful small stream. Brown, excited for that. That's definitely why you come out. Basically what I did is I was up here casting a little higher than I wanted, but with the way that he was tucked in, it didn't really matter. So what I did is I cast up into the backside of this run and then basically let it swing down in, and he jumped out of there after this, and I wanted to stop jigging it. As soon as I let it just stop the drift, that's when he just took off for it. And then because I didn't have the camera on, that's why you didn't see the take, but ultimately you did see the fish, and that was a good little guy. So let's try to find some more of these little hidden places where they can hide out and ambush, and maybe pick up some more on the George's Killer fly. All right, so we're still throwing around this George's Killer fly, just hunting for some darker areas and places trout might hide. I think we may have gotten one here, not sure. Yep, little brownie. Cool. Came out and whacked the George's Killer fly. So again, just, you know, anything I can find with a little bit of depth to it, like that up here, that was a good spot for a trout to be kind of lingering. Again, gorgeous fish here. I mean, you just can't beat the aesthetics on small stream browns, especially ones that just have a good food source and don't get a lot of pressure. So, only downfall is they're super spooky. So you gotta take your time and be very cautious. But there's a nice 5-6 inch wild brown, and we're gonna send him right back. There he is, tucked up in a rock. That was a big fish that came out for that streamer. Oh, you're only gonna get one chance at a fish like that in this stream. That was nice. Little spot, just enough cover for a fish, and a little bit of color in it to basically hide. So it's a real pretty small stream brown again. Colors on these guys are just phenomenal. Definitely one of my favorite local streams to fish for wild browns. I mean, they're just gorgeous fish. I think there's even better fish ahead too. Alright, let's move up. Got a nice flat pool coming up ahead. That's where we should find a nice fish. We got some deeper water and undercut. No excuse for why we can't get into a brown up here. Well, I hit the nymph, which I did not expect. So that's unique. Run a big old streamer through there and you pick up a really gorgeous brown on a nymph. So we'll bring him over and get him off, maybe take a quick picture with him. And all right, never mind, there he goes. He gone. He went downstream too. So pretty fish, but didn't expect the nymph take. That was unique. Nice fish. Still think there's a bigger one in here. Just gotta figure out a way to prove it. Got my first smallie on the fly, and sure enough, they fight just like I knew they do. Let's try to get this guy in. Not a bad fish, not a great fish either, but cool to have gotten him on a little prince nymph too. But fatty, got him right in the top of the lip. He was sitting right up at the top of the run, right off the ledge. And there he is. First time we've got a smallie on the fly. First one we've gotten on a fly rod too. But I guess that goes without saying, because why would you be fishing flies on a regular rig? But pretty cool, man. Nice to have gotten a bronze back. I was thinking about chasing them soon. And there he goes. Ooh, that's a nice fish. Oh, that's a nice small stream brown. We got to get that. Looking at a pretty solid, I would say double-digit size wild brown here. You know, don't want to overhype it, but he looks to be pretty sound. So let's get this thing off and fixed up and back in the water. There we go. That's better. Little brown took my nymph. It's interesting. Thought it was a chub. Thought it was a chub, but instead nice little wild brown. Maybe only 4 or 5 inches. I don't want to hold him because my hands aren't wet, but really gorgeous fish. Look at that. Look at the colors on this guy. Try and get enough to try to get the fly, because he should be able to pop off. I really just don't want to touch him. There we go. And he's gone. That's going to wrap it up here on this tiny little Baltimore County stream. I am running into private property, and might have even been on it and just didn't realize it, to be honest. So once I got out of the stream, some signs were a little bit more clearly marked on the trail. So anyway, successful day, moved a ton of fish. Caught a smallmouth, got some really nice browns, 10, 11 inches. There was the upside there for 13 to 15. I saw a couple, moved a couple, but unfortunately just couldn't bring them to net. So, a good day out on the water. George's killer fly definitely did exactly that. It killed some fish today and got them to come into hand and get on film for you. So thank you for tuning back in. As always, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the button down on the corner, and appreciate everybody. Good luck the next time you hit the stream. Tight lines.